really need some support in the back because I believe they have the support enough to win at front. But if you can't dominate the back, then you're a bit out. So I think we're seeing worst one today and starting in top two for Mexico already. So he probably will get drafted here, but yeah, pulls a green, normal pull for first box, and yeah, back is really close. Yeah, avoids that green. Oh my god. And well, actually, it's Limit. I think yeah, he has a shroom in second place. So if Limit can get into first place, he could maybe take the shroom the cut over here, and oh my god, Limit's warping a bit. Yeah, worst one protections gets like trade out, but that green shell actually will help him a lot. Oh my god, yeah, oh my god. Okay. So right now 134 for Chile. They all they have to do is take out worst one now, and yeah, he hits the trail.
Yeah,
Unfortunately
it
for
was
him.
really unfortunate there actually. Not gonna lie. But right now, I believe Chile is in top two and going into this final lap here into the finish coming up. Not looking so good, but a shot coming into play.
Shock coming in. I'm not sure what. Yeah, that it should be a Mexico shock, but it left a worse one out of box. Unfortunate. So, still Mexico got first, but getting 2-3-4 from Chile is really what they need to win the race. So if Bagger can get seventh place, as it looks like, it will be a +3 race win for Chile. And as I told you, like they are hardbagging again, but I believe Pepe was we beating a Chile member all the time at the bagging battle, so that's why I think they got a shock actually. So 2-3-4 for Chile, and I want to emphasize something that happened this match, this race in particular. Yeah, pack was really close and no one was getting hit, but there was a limit jumped into the cut. That he have a shroom, so he could technically shroom into the cut, but he waited like in Wars one screen. A green shell broke up the wooden plank, and he was able to take the cut shroomless, but Limit didn't, and he waited like to someone to break the wound pattern for him, but no one did, so he got hit out of that and led Chile top three. And by doing that, and also the fact that the shock was a bit bad because Warswan didn't get a box like in sixth place, which was much needed. Like if you're sixth place and you ain't got a box, then you're already done. But yeah, it's only the first race. This kind of things can happen. Like but really, it's looking really good actually. Worst one again, starting in first. Rainbow Road 2 is a trick version, yeah. No respawn here, unfortunate, but it's a strong runner. Sadly, there's a really good build strat on this map, but sadly we won't see that because if there are two baggers, then build won't happen. But I don't actually see them hard bagging a lot. Like they are staying like in last place, but there's no real hard bag right now, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, considering that right now
Ooh.
Chile's looking really good, and even though the spots are keep on fluctuating, Chile right now mostly the top spots going into this final lap here. And if you're Mexico, you definitely need shock here, especially, and definitely need to make some
Oh,
time. I'd say to catch up a bill in play, so that's going to be important. And right
yeah.
now, Chile is in top three. Well, the spots keep on fluctuating. We don't know what's going to happen until the finish, but at the moment,
Blue shield
it's a
coming
one
in.
three four. But a
Oh
blue shell,
no.
as you said, and I think he might
Oh,
have
it
gotten hit off.
Yeah,
It's
that blue
really
shield kill
unfortunate.
versus if not wrong in the with the trail. But two shrooms pull here. He can maybe edge the zombie here. He will, yeah. 2-3 for Mexico, which is really good, but getting the sixth place and last place especially is really bad for them. I don't know what exactly happened to them, but yeah, Warsman played that race as good as he can. Like he couldn't do any better than he did right now. And yeah, as I told you, they aren't hard bugging. So when we saw that bill or like at the beginning of the lap, I think that could have been like held for a little longer because builds are really really good on that track specifically. Like if you activate your build into the last set, even if you manage to surpass some players, the build won't end, and it will last like into the really end of the track. So that could have worked a bit better maybe for the player with the build, but I mean it's okay. Chile wins again the race, and they are looking good. I told you that this team has a lot to prove.
Yeah, definitely. And Chile starting off with a 6 point lead after two. And, honestly, going into this, I would have picked Mexico, but Chile starting off really strong here and putting in a lot of solid front presence really early on, especially on this track where you want to be, I'd say, in the front more or less due to the fact that there's the shortcut at the end, but there isn't a lot of time, I'd say, to catch up because of the length of this track.
Oh no,
Unfortunately,
he hit the
though,
trail.
he got trailed
Unlimited
there, and
too. Yeah.
it was really unfortunate. And right now,
Oh,
though, I believe Chile is top two entering the
yeah.
second section. So maybe
They
maybe a lucky shot from Mexico might happen. I'm not really exactly
no
sure at
Lewis
the
rooms
moment.
into the trail, and this bomb won't do anything. Just maybe hit limit. Who is behind? They need something here because this top two is gone. Like they are close, but they have to break this top two. Okay, Shock comes in. That's definitely Mexico Shock. I see a shy guy. Limit dodging, Luas dodging. Worst one gets a block. This should be a clear top three if nothing
Yeah,
goes wrong. Yeah. Well, this guy would start with prevent the top three for happening, but still a big win for Mexico. That's what they needed, and good from Pepe to like win the bagging battle. But that was like if Pepe didn't pull the shock there. I want to point out that Chile is getting a lot of front presence like early on, and it's without the shock will be like really hard to catch them. So Mexico needs something here. It needs to do something here. Even if they won this race, I think they're like tied or winning by a bit. But yeah, if you don't have the front presence, if you don't pull shock, then you have a bit of a trouble here.
yeah, I definitely think that front presence is a key factor here, and I'd say at the moment Mexico got really lucky there with pulling shock because if they did not pull shock there, I would have thought that Chile would have gotten within the top spots there. So good job from Chile's bagger or Mexico's, excuse me, Mexico's bagger Pepe for getting the shock there, and good job, and definitely a race that they needed to take back the lead by 5 points, even after one race. And good job. And we're going to Rock Mountain here. I'd say that the ending shortcut here is the most important. If you pull a shroom at the glider, it will benefit you a lot, and it will be
Yeah, for
key
sure.
for catch up. So you always got to keep that in mind. Like even if you're in first, you can still pull a shroom, but it's not as likely, I'd say. So you got to keep in mind that you kind of want to be in the mid pack to pull a shroom, or yeah,
Top
you'll
two
be
right
able to
now
catch up.
for top two right now for Chile, and I don't like this. Make oh my god, worst one wanted to pull a star in fourth place. And yeah, what happens now is that maybe some one of the Chile members has got a shroom to cut, but it's not likely. So this top two from Chile will disappear right now, and worst one is getting a star in first place, which is really good. But this Chile member in second place will pressure him probably to use his star next box. But yeah, if they can manage to get into the top spots and protect Worst One, who has a star in first, this could be really huge for Mexico.
Yeah, definitely. And holding that star means that possibly they could have shot, but I'm not really exactly sure at the moment.
Yeah,
It could. It's going to come down to being able to hold that star until the cut. Looking
yeah.
back, not seeing much, but yeah, this star
Even
is
if,
going to be very key. If
yeah,
they want
I
to keep
would.
first.
It's a top. Oh my god, he messed up, but I think it won't matter anyway. I would start early as maybe a shot could not win help them, but yeah, he will start in the cut. No problem whatsoever. He's going to take it, and even if shock happens now, he's going to get shocked into the boost panel. So this should be a really huge win for Mexico right now. I don't see them losing the race.
Yeah,
Worst one
I
getting first
definitely
place.
don't see him losing this race due to the fact that that star, holding that star was so important for Worst to maintain front presence. And he really got in the first and he didn't lose first that entire race, basically. The top three coming in from Mexico, another big race back to back, and will definitely extend their lead over Chile after having such a good start. Chile is now on the edge of trying to make a comeback here, and they're going to have to make a comeback here, I'd say, to
Y-
win this war. So good job from Mexico to make the adjustments even after four races.
Yeah, Rock Mountain is not the bagging track. However, you definitely want some shrooms into that first shortcut, like the first lap. Like the shortcut is really poor for the second lap, but if you're like top two and you have a breakaway, even without a shroom, you can maybe maintain a good spot. But on the first lap is just like we saw what happened, what why the Chile got into the top two, but they didn't got a shroom. Unlike worst one, who also gets a star in fourth place, and he just wins, but by pulling a shroom. So that's what you want to do. And actually, right now going to DP3, DP2, sorry, DP3, what the fuck. And this track actually is it's a bit like it's weird track because I'm not sure if they will hard back. Yeah, I think they will, but not by much. This race could lead to high gigantic comeback from Chile if they play their cards good. Um, but right now, yeah, right now it's Mexico player in the back. I think it's Pepe in last. So they have to be aware of that. Zombie right now looking for get the box in second place, but he will just hold his room to the cut. Right, it's coming right now. And 134. Actually, these are good spots for Chile. If it doesn't look like it, but yeah, they have megas and they have stars. They're coming just hot right now. But that's not sure
Spots
who
keep
that
on
is.
fluctuating for sure, and
Yeah, that's us. Okay,
I'm not
guys.
sure directly if they're going to keep this or not. It's hard to say at the moment, but yeah, I'm not really
Player is
sure.
going to first. He has to shroom right now because he's gonna get red spammed. Yeah, I told you he got no protection. Worst one. Oh my god. Yeah,
Is that
that's
a
it.
top four?
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
it. That's it. Oh
goodness!
my god. Yeah,
Wow,
that.
what a race
Oh
coming
my
in!
god.
What?
Excellent
I
play from Chile, bro.
they played that so well.
The
They really
moment I
did.
saw, yeah, he didn't get a protection over that box in first place. That was like, yeah, that what's supposed to happen. Like you don't supposed to get protections in first place. However, worst one spamming the two red shells on Pleiades, make them like he pulls someone pull a red in behind him and just throw it. Like you always have to maintain one protection. Like you can't play that aggressive. I know you're winning and all, but yeah, that's what happens if you're not aware of like protecting yourself and just play too aggressive. Enemy team gets a top four, and that was exactly the map that Chile needed. And I told you this track is good for getting good comebacks.
Yeah, definitely. And I personally do not know how they got in the top four so easily over one red. It was kind of surprising to me, but this should be the track I'd say for Mexico to like rebound because like there's a lot more shortcuts here in particular. But
Yeah, but
I really don't. I'm just so confused still.
yeah, I can't really explain that. Maybe the red shell duplicated or something, but I'm not sure. Right now, it's a top two, and I think top two has room. So yeah, looking really good the first lap from this track. Like if you manage to shroom into first, you're most likely gone if you have a bit of protection behind. Right now, Mexico controlling the front. Wortsman is only going to shroom there. Sorry, and the bagging battle, like I think it's already over. Chile is just praying there's no shock because they can't maintain the last place any longer. And still a top two four. Maybe the guy in fourth is limit. Maybe he pulls a shroom and it's a top three. But who knows, bro? I Chile needs to come back right now. But yeah, the top two shouldn't have a mushroom, so they can make something here to happen at the end in shortcut. Let's see. He pulls a horn though. He's a top three right now. Worst one
Yeah,
doing
this is
spiciness.
not
Oh
looking
my
so
god,
good
yeah.
at the moment. And top three is very, very huge, I'd
Yeah.
say. So
Top
I,
three,
I,
Pepe holding shock. Yeah. Really good. Really good stuff from Mexico guys. Worst one particularly doing a nearly perfectness actually. And it's a top three as limits get the shroom and Mexico I think Lewis had a shroom too. And yeah, that's they rebounded as you say, it's going back and forth. And I think Mexico it's already in the lead again.
yeah, this is going to be a much big race for yeah, and I just don't know what's going to happen throughout the rest of the war, and it's I'm so confused, and it just keeps going back and forth and back and forth. I really don't know who's going to win at the moment. I really don't. So
Uh,
I think that it could go either way at the moment. I'd say.
yeah, that's what made that's what makes this match really fun to watch. As we're going now into Rainbow Road One Reverse, but it's the remix version. So we've seen a lot. Oh my god! Okay, we've seen a DC. Great.
Yeah,
So
unfortunate there.
yeah. All right. So going into race seven, it's half of the war. Mexico is leading by a bit. Um, surely you're if you're Chile, you got a lot of self confidence boost after that top four. But that Choco Island race just they felt overwhelmed. Like Mexico just controlled the front all the race, and they couldn't do much about it. So right now, what do you think? If you're Chile, what do you think you had to adjust going into half of the war? Um, yeah,
I think the shock problem. I think that's for both sides actually. I think they just needed both teams honestly just need to do a ton of kind of a better job actually going for shock and getting shock in particular. I'd say due to the fact that at the moment it's I don't know. It could just shock is just not being a factor for both sides as much as I'd say I'd want it to be because like there hasn't been many shocks yet. So yeah,
yeah, but in the maps that there were shock actually, they capitalized on it. Like for example, Calimari Desert 2, like yeah, Chile was were top two, but that shock just flipped the race over. And if there's a reopen, actually, we might see again Donut Plains 2, which that's not good if you're Mexico, right? They need to do some adjustments there. But I'd say yeah, Chile needs to do something because I think Pepe is winning all the boxes in like eight. So if you can't win a bagging battle and you're losing in the front, like okay, you're pretty even in the front, but the moment you win in the front, the enemy team will shock. That's a bit of the morally downside. But I'd say maybe they need to do something with this because friendly reminder, Chile already lost one war, and if they loses this one,
yeah, definitely. And if they lose this next war, I'd say that it'd be hard. I'd say for them to really make the next stage of this tournament. So if you're Chile, I don't know. Like I really don't know what's gonna happen. So yeah, that's I think that's what he was trying to say. But yeah, yeah, but it's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be could go either way. It's I don't know. It's just so hard. Yeah, I don't know. Could go either way. So, Sanch, you have any other like words of wisdom before we get back into it? So I don't know where Sanch went, but for at the moment, they're currently on the screen waiting for the race to start. So I just I don't know. This war has just been so exciting throughout the entire thing, and I just I don't just it's just I have no words. I literally have no words to say because the fact that this war has been going back and forth throughout the entire war, and I'm just super surprised about what's going on. It's yeah, and okay, yeah. So after this match, Japan and I believe Peru is up after. So that should be a good one here, and both teams I think are solid in their own right, and yeah, but again, I don't know who's necessarily going to win. It's gonna between both the Japan and well, Japan has been the best, I'd say, but it's just so hard to I don't know. So yeah, I think we're just waiting at this point for a couple more people to join the room. So we'll get that to you as soon as possible. Yeah, and just man, this is I think in the Mario Kart 8 side, um there's been a lot of intense matches throughout the day, and they've all been really, really good for the most part. And I'd say that I don't know. It's just there's just so much action throughout this entire World Cup. It's insane. So
All right, so okay, I'm back. Uh, yeah, sorry about that. That's Costa Rica internet moment, and it just randomly went out. So I think I'm okay right now. And yes, as we wait, we're to start again. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, we're seeing right now the action. So um, yeah, starting in top two, this track is really really tricky. Like if you're Chile or if you're even if you're Mexico, if you manage to land a hit of someone in the air, the race is practically over. As we see Worsman swimming into the box in second place to try to get it, he didn't quite get it, I think, and that's Luas getting to get hit out. That's a bottom three right at the back for Mexico, and yeah, I'm not
yeah,
sure if you
just
can see.
not very good at the moment, I'd say. And,
No, worse one gets into the trail. Yeah, but I think he got the green shell actually.
yeah, at the moment, just oh, it's
Oh my God, nice backspan, but that's a shock from Mexico. They will surely help, but top two was a bit gone actually.
yeah, at the moment, it's the top two for Chile, and I just
Oh,
I
that
don't
this
really
bit
know.
is going
Hill
to
coming into play, and that's not really going to help. So top two
yeah
four coming in from Chile, it's going to
top
help a little bit.
it's a 1-3-4, but even with Mexico shock, that was a really really good play from Chile. I actually want to point that Hadlai is subbing in from like Pepe is subbing out and Hadlai is subbing in. That will certainly help Mexico with the back. As you know, Hadlai is one of the best, if not the best bagger, like I'd say in the world. Um, but yeah, this shock won't do much as we saw earlier that Chile member takes Luas right off the back. Even if Worsman tried to get that box in second place, he couldn't protect Luas as he got shredded and his race was practically over. And we saw a hot backspan coming out really seconds before the shock, which secured a bit of a lead for Chile, and they actually ended up getting the first place and the third and the fourth. So really nice play by Chile that last race. And now we're heading into Paris reverse. And once again, this track is short. So if you're Chile, you may actually want to to capitalize on it. And actually, we've seen the T version, so we might see some hot respawns coming out for the guys who have that mushroom, which is like half the room. But let's see if they do it. If they do,
Yeah, at the moment, I'd say that two, three. Well, spots keep fluctuating. Doing the respawn, which is a very unique strat, I'd say, and I don't know. It's
oh,
at the yeah. It's like
this
two,
blooper
three,
is not what
four
you
at the
want.
moment, and at this point, if you're
This trade
Chile, you
connects, I
definitely want to go
think.
for shock. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
but we don't see any hardback actually. We see Hadley, yeah, in last, but actually Limit is going to eat the trail from worst. Even if he has hard now, Shock needs to come right now because yeah, it won't do much any longer. So there's no reds from Luas, I think. Worst one doing the respawn, but I don't think that's much faster.
but
Shock comes in.
shock coming into play, and
That's definitely Mexico
worse
Shock, yeah.
dodging. So he's probably going to get first here, and
Yeah, no, he is
really,
already
really
first, but
important to save this race for Mexico. So 1-3-5-7 coming in, and a really strong race after that shock, I'd say. And good job from Mexico. Shock is so important and it's key for winning races. So you always have to keep that in mind if you're both sides, because shock can literally save a race because it did for Mexico, because Mexico
yeah,
got a 1-3-5 out of it.
and Hadla is subbing in, and already he's two races in, and there's two shocks from him. So good for Mexico actually, and Chile needs a counter like right now. Now going into Sunset Wilds, and if Hadley gets shocked here, it could be really go really bad for Chile, as there are a lot of shortcuts, and they can easily capitalize on that. But like they didn't play bad that race. Thing it was that there's no hard bagging. So by not doing that, like even if you can't beat Hadley, and if you hard bag, you reduce the chances of a shock from either sides. The fact that you didn't hard bag, let Hadley get every box in 8th place, gets leads to a major possibility of gaining the shock, and that's what happened actually. So yeah, let's see what happens here because Borfon didn't get Shroom, and I don't think anyone did. So right now it's a top two, but it's really close actually. This red's going to connect. A bit of bad
Yeah,
luck for Wolfman
super
there.
unfortunate there. And yeah, the spots
Oh
keep
no,
on
this
fluctuating. What was, did that hit
yeah,
people?
yeah, no, I'm not sure. Maybe he blew us actually, but these are not bad spots considering that Hadley once again is in last place and it's actually a bottom two for Mexico. And in this track, if they are bottom two, um, you can't really count that out. As I think Warzone is looking for a dodge right now or a bit of a better items in 4th place. He does get a dodge, so if shock happens, it's going to happen like right now. As Chile players will get out of the box, yeah, so it's a top three. If there's no shock though, this is looking pretty hot. If Worst one activates, yeah, there's a shock. And
There
I
is the
yeah,
shock.
Danny's on dodging actually. I think yeah, Danny's on dodging. It seems little on our screen, but he actually dodged. So he might get first here, even with two reds, I think. Oh yeah. Okay, so
Unfortunate.
he's going to Shroom, I think, but oh it won't be enough.
Top
Yeah.
two,
Top two
four
four. Once
from
again.
Mexico there. Wow. Solid race coming in from Mexico. And
Hadley
man,
already three
as
shots.
I keep on saying, shock is a saving grace. It really is. I'm going to keep on reiterating this because it's so important, right? Shock is literally the saver of races. And they played that so well, getting shocked in the boxes there, getting them, and just being able to catch up so easily even after the shock. Just great play from Mexico. Just really nice catch up potential overall. They are really strong in that throughout this war. Just going to extend their lead even more. So good job from Mexico.
If Chile is going to come back, this is the race that they need. If there's a race when you decide not to back, is this one. Like, okay, the enemy team can't get a shock. That will be really fortunate. So this track has only 4 set of boxes. But like not bagging the last two races was definitely a mistake, as we see Hadley already 3 shocks since he subbed in. So yeah, Chile needs this race actually to win because this track in particular is a really good runner. Like until you get in the top spots, that there's nothing any team can do. Uh, yeah. So right now, worst one in Chile in second place. Actually, you want to miss this item set over here to gain a lot of run of potential. But I think Danielson hits that fireball. I don't know if that was purpose or not, but that will make worst one get the box in first place. And if that Chile member can pressure him enough, he's going to drop. Yeah, that was a really clever play, actually. He's getting the box in second place. He gets double Ds, and it's already over for him as he should be getting the first place right now. And yeah, that Chile member in second. Oh, he gets a trade off, actually. It's a top three for Mexico. And this is looking really grim for Chile, actually. Oh no. All right, so he was able to bounce back, but it won't be enough as it's a top three actually. Yeah, I think that's about it. If not over, it will be really close actually, and really hard for Chile to come back.
Yeah, that was such a solid race from Mexico, keeping their spots, and worst, going for a second place box there, as you said, was really important to keep that lead and was able to hold it. And again, as you said, more of a runner track, and the runners were able to hold up there. So I'd say it was a big success in Mexico, looking really good, and it might be over at this point, but they might have a small chance. Well, it's
Yeah,
38 because it's 19
math,
and
math,
19 is 38, but can't add. What is
yeah,
that?
mathematically, it's not impossible for Chile to win. However, if they need a comeback, they need to do it right now because you're running out of time. I want to point out, yeah, that play from worst one getting the box in second place was really huge as he got double defense, and I think Danielson even got a mushroom in first place. That was pretty lucky, but again, all Chile members got taken out earlier, so only Danielson was there in the front. And as he hits the trail, that just secured a really good race for Mexico. So right now, yeah, going to Choco Island, one reverse. Uh, Definitely, you don't want to back here, as we see someone bagging with headline. That's not what you want. Just run, bro. You need a top four like right now to just be on it. And what's one doing again? This strategically getting the box in second place, which is not going to work because all right, yeah. So Danielson Shrooms, that was a kind of a misplay. Maybe he hits the ground and just didn't want to lose time. But right now, the only thing Wordsman has to do is just shroom and just overtake them. Like, yes, he has the box in second place. He knows that Danielson doesn't have a red, so he can easily chain here. And this red is going to cause a lot of damage as we see Zombie with, oh no, the red gets taken out with lag. But he has one set to do it though, and all his team is really bad. Oh, that blue shell pull is not you want if you're Chile. That will end Zombie
Yeah,
race and probably Chile right now as we have Lie in 8th place. Not looking good for them, and this looks like a top three right at the back.
top 3-8, and Hadley just staying in the back, but catching up. Such a mess. He went
Massive
up like two
race.
spots there. He went
Yeah,
up, and that's gonna be a GG's.
that's
Mexico
going to be it.
will win the war, and just Hadley. I actually beg to differ there. On you say Hadley not staying back. I think it was good that Hadley stayed back there, due to the fact that he was just making sure, right, that Chile was not gonna get shocked there, and with Mexico being really in the rest of the top spots and Hadley being able to catch up so easily, just making sure it'd be less of a chance for Chile to pull shock meant that Mexico was going to be able to win the race and end up winning the war. So good job from Hadley, just playing that really smart as a whole, and good job from Mexico making the adjustments there and able to win this entire war, and definitely a solid win for them, and definitely put them into a better standing going into the next wave coming up.
Yeah, I actually want to point out key factor in this half of the war. Yeah, Mexico was winning earlier, but this half of the war just had like subbing in just meant a lot for Mexico as they got pretty decent amount of shocks, and just his back play is really strong as we see. Here they make Chile had two options, which was back and just lose actually the war, but because you back there, like the best race you can get is top three but it doesn't look really good actually for Chile because they were losing in the front a lot, and all the other chance was just all run, and all Hadley needs to do is that make sure Chile doesn't get a shock. So as long as he stay in eighth place, he could easily catch up, especially on that track, who has a really good, powerful shortcut at the end. So he probably got a bill or a star and just obliterated Chile members right there. So that was a great play actually for Mexico, who again I think they got a shock again, and
Yeah, I
yeah,
think so.
just flexing a bit. Hadley again in the back. He's going to come back actually pretty soon. And Chile already two losses. I don't know if that's mathematically out, but they have to win this last match. I think it's against. I'm not sure. I think it's Spain. Spain, if they get this win, they're just going huge and wild right now. But this bullshit is actually going to
Yeah,
end worse one
unfortunately.
career actually. But yeah, top two for Chile, but it's already too late. Mexico got a fat dub. Congrats for them, and I think they're qualified already. So uh, huge congrats to my friends from STK and showing up that having front presence is really good, and you always want that. But if you don't have a back presence, if you don't have a solid bagger, then you most likely won't do anything at all. So yeah, that's what Chile needs to work because their four players run really decent. Actually, they're really good runners, but if no one can back for shock, then it's just over. Hadley just obliterated them in the back.
Yeah, I personally think Mexico really played well the second half of the war. As you said, Hadley was a key factor subbing in there, and the shocks. I'm gonna keep on saying this. Shocks are super important in this game, and possibly more important than any other Mario Kart, personally. And the reason being, shocks can save a race because if teams they can't see necessarily unless they're really far back that a certain team has a shock. They can hide it behind something else. It's, you know, and I think Hadley personally is my player of the game, and he is the player of the game even after the second half because of the fact that he was able to get these key shocks and was able to basically get Mexico into the top spots already. Even after starting off kind of bad the first two, making it back and having a big win in a big way for Mexico was really impressive and something that adjustments were definitely made for Mexico, and they played really well, especially the second half of the war. And good job from Mexico there, and it's going to take a lot for Chile to qualify, as you said. I personally do not think they're going to qualify due to the fact of this loss was so. I don't
Yeah,
know if they're going to be mentally in the next one. I just
going
don't see
0-2,
that.
yeah, going 0-2 is not what you want actually if you want to qualify to playoff stage. As you see, they need like even if they win against I think Spain, there that doesn't mean they will automatically qualify. So with that in mind, and you have to go to the last match, and you're like that position. They might be a bit demotivated, but all I want to say is Chile has a really strong lineup. The only thing they need to do is to get someone bagging, and that's it because their runners are really good. But if you don't get anyone to bag, if you don't protect your backs, then this kind of things happen. Like Hadley only real trouble was like someone trying to hard backs, trying to do something, but as he's really good at staying in last, he just either pulls shocks or doesn't pull like doesn't let Chile gets a shock, which will solidify the race for Mexico as their front presence like start to build up. Like in the beginning, it was a bit weird, but as the race progressed, their front presence was just insane. As Worst One was dropping into the top spots, same as Lua's front running all and Limit helping out in the pack and in the front too. So once again, uh, in this group, I should point that question in the chat. In this group, Mexico is already moving on as they already have two wins, but Spain has one win, I think, Hong Kong has 1 win, and Chile has 0 wins. So yeah, tomorrow we'll know about the destiny of this group. Talking about other results, I think group with France it's already decided us. Yeah, we Costa Rica we got a pretty solid win against Colombia, so that puts France and Colombia 2-0, and the no, France and Costa Rica 2-0, and Colombia and Brazil 0-2. So yeah, right now I think on this same channel we're going to have live the best match, like the match that was most hyped since the start of the tournament, which is Japan Peru. Uh, you know, Asian teams don't tend to back to hard back because they don't have any really good players to do that. They all believe that you getting the front presence up and just hopping out for dodges that will be enough, even if the other team pulls shock. But against Peru, I'm not entirely sure because they got some really good players. So if they can manage to like get the shocks from Japan, I think they have a pretty good chance taking them out and just qualifying as the best of their group. But that's something that we will see in a couple minutes. Actually, like you don't want to miss this out. So I think that's it for now. Thanks, Ginja, for joining me with the cast. Congrats again for Mexico. Really strong teamwork, and I will see you like in a couple of minutes. So that's it. Bye bye.